Gimbals, your ultimate best friend for creating buttery smooth cinematic videos in a sleek, low-profile, and frictionless manner. Gimbals are a part of a new wave of modern filmmaking technology that both enhances and strengthens creativity within oneself. Combining the ideas of innovation, cinema, companionship, hobby, and film, I give to you cinepeer, presented by zhiyun. This leading world-class gimbal is among a few designed to be your partner in creating a visually compelling story while still offering those cinema quality features at a low, affordable cost. With many ingenious tools, accessories, and features, this gimbal will be the perfect addition to any filmmaker's everyday run-and-gun camera setup. Let's talk about this gimbal, shall we? With today's video, I'll start by breaking down the cinepeer to its finest details. Don't worry, I'll keep it short and quick for you guys. Afterwards, I'll share a small video sequence I filmed with the cinepeer to showcase to all of you what this gimbal is truly capable of. Lastly, I'll share my honest review and some final thoughts pertaining to this gimbal. And yeah, that's about it. Time to unbox and break down this bad boy. So this fancy looking guy right here is the brand new cinepeer gimbal, one of the smallest and lightest gimbals zhiyun has ever produced. Coming in at the size of a single piece of paper and weighing roughly 990 grams, you can sure bring this gimbal everywhere you go. You also get this clean looking color gray and an overall pretty strong, durable, and well built feel. Inside this like secret agent vibe style of a box, you have your gimbal, tripod attachment, camera plate, two separate cables, and of course an Allen key. And when all put together, you have yourself an industry-leading cinematic gimbal all for yourself. Now that we have this gimbal all set up, let's start with some basics. Balancing. When it comes to balancing your gimbal, there are three main steps you need to follow. First, we must begin by adjusting the pan axis. To do so, unlock the axis and tilt your gimbal forward. If your camera rotates to the right, unlock the slider and move it forwards. Now if your gimbal rotates to the left, unlock and move the slider backwards. Next, we have balancing the roll axis. To do so, unlock the roll axis, and if your camera rolls to the right, unlock and move the camera plate to the left. And if it rolls to the left, unlock and move the camera plate to the right. Super easy, right? Lastly, we have adjusting the tilt axis. To do so, unlock the axis, and if your camera tilts forward, unlock and move the camera plate backwards. If your camera tilts backwards, unlock and move the camera plate forwards. And there you have it, a completely balanced gimbal. Now that everything is all set up, let's dive into some of the different modes and features of your gimbal best friend. With this gimbal, you have three distinct modes for your choosing. Level, where all three axes stay locked onto one position, no matter where you move the gimbal. Follow, where the gimbal follows your every move, whether it be up, down, left, or right. Pan follow, where the gimbal follows your pan movement while staying locked on your tilt and roll axes. Hidden within the menus of your gimbal, POV creates a shaky feel in your footage following your every move. Vortex can be adjusted separately and produces a circle rotation to get this eerie looking effect. So with this gimbal, you have the ability to shoot both horizontally and vertically, whether it's for social media content or a longer form YouTube video. cinepeer makes it super easy to switch between modes with no additional tools or accessories required. Simply unlock and slide the camera plate to the end, push this button and it should come off pretty easy. Then unlock this little latch and slide the camera plate vertically onto the gimbal arm. Lock it into place and you're good to go. Some other modes that come stored within the gimbal and help create some stunning visuals include Vortex, Angle, and Trajectory. Let's start with Vortex. Press the menu button, scroll down until you find Vortex, and inside this menu you can adjust the speed, direction, and angle of your vortex. Next, we have Angle. Go into the menu again, scroll until you see the angle option, and this is where you can adjust both the pitch and roll of your gimbal. Be careful with these settings, because if you push them too much, you'll end up with something just like this. Like, what is going on right here? It's got its mind of its own. Just spinning, spinning, and spinning. Lastly is Trajectory, where you can set a custom path and time to create a dynamic looking time-lapse. Hit menu, scroll down, and inside you'll find presets, a mode option for photo or video, a place to set different points for your gimbal movement, as well as a time function and a way to preview your gimbal movement. Hit start and you're good to go. With all these different modes and functions, you get advanced stabilizing algorithms for buttery smooth video. Let's move on to some of the more miscellaneous features from the cinepeer gimbal. Firstly is a 0.96 inch display combined with a long-lasting gimbal battery for optimal use. You also get a variety of buttons which can be easily customized to suit your needs, such as the joystick for basic movements, record button, mode button, power and menu buttons. You also have the scroll wheel for navigating the menu, a trigger button with many use cases, as well as another scroll wheel which can be fully customized. To customize your scroll wheel, go into the menu, scroll until you find wheel function, and inside you can choose between focus, zoom, different camera modes, ISO, your pitch, roll, and yaw. Note that some of these modes won't work unless your camera is connected via Bluetooth. Inside the menu, you have the ability to auto-tune your gimbal, perfecting the balancing you already completed. To do so, hit Menu, Motor, and then Auto. This will auto-correct any balancing mistakes, and you have the option to do it yourself as well. Lastly, your Bluetooth shutter connection. Use the provided cable and connect it to your camera and then to your gimbal, hit Bluetooth shutter in the menu, and you should be good to go. Now it's time to see if this gimbal will live up to its name. With all that out of the way, I still believe this gimbal is one of the best budgeted options for any beginner or intermediate filmmaker out there. Packaged together with so many great and useful features, the cinepeer is the ultimate choice for your filmmaking needs. Cinepeer, your gimbal best friend. Presented by zhiyun.